Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paris, France. Welcome to the Zenith. And welcome to the first ever PFL Europe playoffs. Tonight we will find out who will secure their places in December's championship. But we start tonight with a special showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, she's an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds. She holds a professional record of 4 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Bogota, Colombia, Luisa Cifuentes. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.4 pounds and holds an undefeated professional record of 2 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of London, England, Shanelle the Nightmare Dyer. Referee in charge, Derek Hickey.
A possible 3 5-minute rounds here in this showcase bout. Shanelle Dyer in the red, Luisa Cifuentes in the gray. Sean O'Connell, Stephen Struve, Dan Hardy had the pleasure of being here beside the smart cage. Southpaw stance for Cifuentes as expected.
I expect this to be a real kicking game, a battle of kicks to start with until one person starts to dominate and then we'll close the range down. That was a good left hand from Cifuentes early.
Snapped the head of Shanelle Dyer back.
She threw it after her kicks. She surprised Dyer that way.
Mixing it up.
Kicked both.
See, what's interesting is most of the time when people step into the smart cage with Shanelle Dyer, they don't want to stand and trade. The confidence of Cifuentes to stand and trade is going to open up some opportunities that Shanelle Dyer might not have dealt with before.
There, Dyer tests a high kick, lances off the guard of Cifuentes, goes to work on the low leg.
There's that teep straight down the center line.
Cifuentes is throwing the punch, the kick, and then the spinning back fist to try and get her feet back where they belong.
Something else to watch out for as well. Both of these ladies are really good with their counter kicks. A lot of fighters throw hands before kicks. Shanelle's very good at finishing her combinations with kicks and catching people in the body unawares. Oh! Hey!
Kicks the leg out from under Cifuentes and right down into the guard of the Colombian.
Dyer wants to test the ground game of Cifuentes, see what she's got to offer over there.
Good post on that bottom knee to try and slow down Cifuentes' ground game attacks.
She needs to control those wrists. She doesn't want Dyer to unleash on her.
Trying to trap that armbar. Dyer's got to watch out for her hips kicking out to the side. Now she's looking to pass to half guard.
She just stepped right over that bottom leg of Cifuentes. The corner of Cifuentes asking for some urgency, wants a stand up here.
She's got that shin across the midsection of Shanelle Dyer, which means that she can create space if she wants to. Shanelle's doing a great job of raining punches down. She's got to be careful of this triangle setup. Beautiful pass.
Goes all the way to north-south here. Shanelle Dyer, 22 years of age, as mentioned. Already putting a well-rounded skill set on display. Cifuentes controlling the head with that thigh master squeeze.
Already see some bruising on the leg of Cifuentes. Potentially looking to isolate an arm here as well. Maybe Kimura setups, potential armbar.
Is spending a lot of energy just holding on Shanelle Dyer so far. And in the first round, you can do that, but after a couple minutes, your arms will burn out, and the openings will come for Dyer if she keeps doing this.
Trying to slow her down, clamping her head.
Into side control here, and Dyer trying to step into a crucifix potentially. Back to the north-south.
control by
Dan,
Dyer.
how does Dyer need to move herself into an offensive position?
Well, it looks to me like she's trying to isolate an arm. She's doing a very good job right now. You can see this arm that's being isolated. You can see her chopping away, but the priority is the arm that she's got clamped. Difficult to catch it in. Now she's circled to the back. Let's see if she starts to look to put hooks in on either side to try and slow her opponent down. That's looking for that near side hook. Looks like she's over the arm here. You can see she's over this arm. Got the arm wrap here while she's throwing some hammer fists. Very interesting position here for Shanelle to be working through right now. Cifuentes looks to me like she's just trying to clamp onto a limb, trying to slow her opponent down while she's taking these shots.
She should let go of that leg and use the fence to get back up to her feet, but she hasn't shown any urgency really to get back up so far.
See, now she's got a shoulder to the fence. She might be able to try and pop it. There we go. That's a good
nice knee though.
Well timed by Shanelle Dyer. Final 45 seconds of this first round.
You got to be careful with those knees, but as you said, the timing of that knee from Dyer was perfect.
Good work by Cifuentes to temporarily get her back off the cage. Now she's circled.
Good hustle by Cifuentes to get back up, but Shanelle's taken some of the movements away from her already. Look how high Shanelle Dyer is on that back foot. That is primed and ready to fire all the time. That's why she's so fast with her kicks to the body. I'll be surprised if that's going to wrap around the side of her guard just to test it one more time before the end of the round. Here it is.
Beautiful low kick there by Dyer again.
Round one in the books. All the way from Bogota, Colombia in the gray. Shanelle Dyer made the trip from the UK. She's in the red. Round two here in Paris, France.
Beautiful hop teep there from the front leg.
She kicks so easily.
She does. It's so fluid for her. She's been doing it for many, many years. And that's why her grappling is the secondary part of her game, but it can't be underestimated. I mean, she's at GB top team with Brad Pickett, Ash Grimshaw. She is learning constantly from some of the best grapplers, wrestlers that we've got in the UK.
Nice head movement there by Cifuentes, but Dyer's landed some sharp kicks to that lead leg, and now Cifuentes is forced to address them. There's that body kick.
Yeah.
Beautiful work there.
Great work by Cifuentes, though. She's returning these kicks.
Cifuentes is tough, man. She's not showing any pain.
She didn't fly all the way here from Colombia to lay down, that's for sure.
That's what I love with PFL Global. I mean, we got a striker from Colombia, a striker from England. I love to see how these styles match up. It's incredible. Oh, beautiful front kick. Nice. That one hurt her.
Really dug to the body of Cifuentes there. And of course, the southpaw stance puts that liver right where that foot seeks.
That's going to really drain your gas tank as well, that teep to the midsection.
I like what Dyer is doing, going to the body as well with her punches now after that teep. Because once you connect once to that body, she's going to feel that the entire fight.
You see the leg is really bothering Cifuentes. She tried to reach down and catch that low kick, and of course that could potentially allow Dyer to set up a high kick later. You get somebody reaching down for a low kick.
Especially how easy it is for Dyer to throw those kicks effortlessly.
And it's clever movement from her as well. When she's pushing forward, she's cutting angles. If she's moving back, she's drawing her opponent into different angles. Very good at opening her opportunities up to strike.
She's found her range. The jab is landing too. Oh, there was the kick.
That was a nice feint with the teep to open up the head kick.
Cifuentes got her hand up just in time.
Tell you what, Cifuentes is always offensive. Even when she gets those feet out of position, she's willing to throw a spinning strike, make you address what's coming from her.
Yeah, that low kick's starting to sting now, isn't it? You can see her reacting.
Good head movement again by Cifuentes. Dyer's been able to dial in the kicks, but so far the punches are having a hard time.
And that head movement's really good from Cifuentes, but when someone kicks as easily as Dyer, you got to be careful with that head movement as well, because you can just move into a kick like that. There's that teep again. Beautiful job with that front teep. Again and again and again. There's the right hand again.
It can't be overstated how impressive the footwork is. Oh. Well timed on that head kick. Cifuentes just got the guard up in time.
A good left hand there from Cifuentes, and Shanelle Dyer really has found her pace. This is what we've seen from her in the past. This pace is very hard to keep up with her.
I can't imagine how it must feel as a fighter to be able to just throw your feet up like that. Like, throwing kicks is a cardio workout for me. She's making it look very easy.
Oh, look at that.
She really throws it like a
base. It's just
like a kickboxer. This is one of the Dutch drills we always do in the warm-up.
Yep.
Effortlessly.
What do you know about
Beautiful.
Dutch drills, Stefan Struve? Right hand to the body from Dyer, starting to really mix things up, trying to find that finishing strike.
Nice. Vicious.
She hurt her on the body, I think. Cifuentes is dropping her. Oh, there's the kick. Landed it. But it was with the foot.
That body's starting to hurt.
Yeah, well, if that was the shin, it would have been over.
The lead leg is starting to hurt. The body's starting to hurt. Cifuentes has been able to avoid some of the damage to her face so far, but that last high kick did land on the cheek.
Oh,
there it is again.
Man.
Almost on cue, Shanelle Dyer on another. Right hand comes after, and another.
And the benefit in doing damage to that lead leg is that when Cifuentes attacks, Shanelle Dyer can retreat much quicker than she can be chased.
Cifuentes gonna make it out of this.
Oh!
High and knee by Dyer.
Cifuentes surviving here. Final few seconds of the round. Jumping switch kick. And there's the bell. We'll see round number 3.
She's barely even breathing.
Incredible cardio on display, really from both women, because all of those body kicks, they can really take the lungs out of you, but Cifuentes is still here in this 3rd round.
Man. She's so quick with those leg kicks.
Nice counter jab over the shoulder.
She doesn't telegraph anything. She just explodes.
You know, I'd really love to see the stats, as you can see the Cageonomics down at the bottom of your screen here. On fights that actually go into the 3rd round, and fighters have thrown more leg strikes than punches.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it might happen if you get a 1st round finish. But on balance, Shanelle Dyer is using her legs to attack more often even than her hands.
There's the right hand again. Beautiful job again.
The thing that's lacking a lot in MMA as well, which we see in Shanelle Dyer's style, is her ability to catch and return kicks immediately. She is determined to get a finish here.
Little check hook, and there's that front kick again.
Lovely little slip out of the way of that kick for Shanelle Dyer. Cifuentes trapped up against the fence. Can't really put weight on that lead leg either. She's struggling to reach with that left hand now. Ouch.
Nasty jab after she stomped the kick back down. The return on the footwork from Shanelle Dyer is just as impressive as how hard those punches. And then the right hand and another attack with that lead leg.
Cifuentes doesn't know what to do anymore because she doesn't know what kick is coming at her. Dyer goes high, she goes through the leg with front kick, with leg kicks. She goes through that teep with both legs. Exceptional talent here. Oh, there it is again.
Cifuentes is not going anywhere. She's very willing to step back in and try and engage. But right now, the speed advantage heavily in the favor of the British export.
Jumping kick.
Dan, I keep talking about Shanelle Dyer's footwork. You're much better at explaining why this is working so well for her.
Well, look, she's sweeping her opponent towards her power side. Southpaw v orthodox. What you're going to pay attention to is the lead foot of Shanelle Dyer is going to keep drifting just to the outside. We're drifting just to the outside of this lead leg. You can see how she's kind of scooting around, forcing her opponent onto the power leg, the power knee, the power kick. This is better from Cifuentes, though. Pressure into the fence, keys to victory. Clinch fighting up against the fence. So you can see here now, Shanelle Dyer's got her wedged in this area up against the fence, so she's trapped. Anytime she scoots off, Shanelle's gonna circle back and she's gonna trap her again in the same wedge, look. She's got her trapped in the same wedge, constantly recycling that same thing. Keep her trapped up against the fence. Whenever she starts to move out in one of these directions, Shanelle's gonna cut her off. But always, Shanelle Dyer is trying to force her into the lead leg. Beautiful work, squeezing it. You can see how she's throwing this leg constantly around the side there.
Beautiful combination. Started that one with the low kick, then a 1-2. Now Shanelle Dyer trying to tee off these final 90 seconds.
Ouch!
Oh, that one wobbled Cifuentes a bit. More toughness on display.
Cifuentes is as tough as they come, man. Unbelievable.
It's so rare that someone can stand in front of Shanelle Dyer for this long, honestly. I mean, she is eating through the competition.
I think she's eaten like 5 head kicks in this fight.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Nice low kick.
That leg is banged up badly.
Oh, beautiful right hand. Use that pawing left hook to dial in the straight right. Several times in this fight, we've seen it from Shanelle Dyer. Gonna have to stay disciplined with the head movement instead of brawling with Cifuentes. That seems to be the Colombian's best opportunity here.
I think Dyer could, ooh!
Set up.
I think Dyer could throw that left body, the left body kick after the right body kick after the right hand. I think there'll be an opportunity there because Cifuentes is covering the right hand. She's expecting it now. There we go. You can see that lead hand reaching. The right hand goes out. That should have been a bit quicker there, you see, Sean. I think she would have landed it. She's determined to get a flying knockout here.
Final 10 seconds. Luisa Fernanda Cifuentes weathering the storm, and the storm's name is Shanelle Dyer. Andy Shepard has the official judge's decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner via unanimous decision, Shanelle Dyer!
Shanelle Dyer, 1-0 in the PFL Smart Cage. How do you feel right now after a successful debut?
I feel so happy that I started my pro career this year. I'm already 1-0 in the PFL, 3-0 as a pro. All my fights has been exciting. My first 2 fights came first round finishes. Today I get to show a little bit of my grappling, and I went the full 3 rounds, which credit to my opponent. She took it like a week and a half notice, total opposite of my original opponent, so I had to kind of adapt on the fly, but it worked well. I'm happy with my performance.
You adapted incredibly well. Let's talk about the kicks. Look, there's a lot of fighters who feel comfortable kicking, but I don't think we've seen anyone at 125 pounds who's willing to kick as often or as effectively as you. How much was that part of your strategy in this fight?
Yeah, shout out Christian Knowles at the Knowles Academy, my Thai coach. Before every PT, he used to make us do 200 kicks straight off the bat, so I can kick for days. Even if I'm so tired, I can still kick for days. I just want to say thank you for Paris for having me. Really love the venue and the whole city as a whole. And I want to say something to my future opponents as well. I'm only 3-0 pro, but unfortunately, I'm way better than what my record says. I'm just going to show you even more.
PFL Europe, right? This is a showcase bout. Later tonight, we're going to see playoff fights at 125 pounds. Do you think that you will be part of our season moving forward?
100%. My goal, my plan moving forward is to be part of the 125-pound European Championship next year, and I'm 100% going to bring the belt home, no doubt.
Shanelle Dyer, congratulations on a successful debut. The Nightmare, ladies and gentlemen.